I will call this meeting of the Board of Zoning Appeals to order. We will start with a roll call. If everyone from Raven down will just announce your name for the record so it can get recorded. Who's here?
Raven Smathers.
Adam Axtelm.
Kathy Hall.
Mike Evans.
And the one person who is missing is?
Deb Green.
Deb Green. Okay. So first order of business is minutes from our previous meeting. Has everyone had an opportunity to see the minutes and look them over?
Yes.
Okay. Anyone have any comments or anything about the minutes from the previous meeting?
No.
All right. Can I get a motion to approve the minutes from the previous meeting?
I'll make a motion we approve the minutes from the previous meeting.
I'll second.
Very well. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Those are approved. The agenda item for today is the rezoning for an in-home daycare business submitted by Brandy Crop. That's you? Okay. So the way that we will handle this is we will give you an opportunity to tell us about your proposal and your request. There will be an opportunity, if anyone is here that would like to comment about it.
Okay.
And then if anyone does, you'll have an opportunity to make a statement at the end of that. And then we'll vote. Okay? So if you can state your name and address for the record and talk us through your proposal, please.
Okay, my name is Brandy Crop. My address is 3849 South Cedar Creek Lane in Palestine, Indiana, 46163. I am just simply proposing to have a licensed in-home daycare at my residence. I have went through the entire process of becoming licensed, got my TB test done today, and I am CPR certified now. Basically, I've seen that there is a growing need for daycare in the Palestine area, and I currently homeschool my 6-year-old. So, and I love children, so I thought that I would try this avenue by opening a business for myself, and I have gone through the rigorous details of making sure that I'm compliant with the state, and they still need to do a final inspection in my home if I am permitted to have the business permit tonight. I do have a fully fenced backyard. There was something in your guys's, which I addressed in my paperwork here, that there would need to be a 6-foot high masonry wall. I do have a 5-foot wrought iron fence. The state calls for like a 4-foot fence or even natural boundaries to keep the children in the backyard. Any children that I care for will not be in the front yard or in the street. I do maintain my property. I have no intentions of letting my property get run down or to have any crazy speeding traffic. I would probably get rid of a family if they made my neighborhood unsafe in some way. Anything else I should do?
How many children are you planning on having, and?
Okay. I really don't, the state, if you're licensed, you are permitted to have up to 12, and then even up to 16, if you have like before and after, depending on age range. My age range is going to be probably from infant to school age children, but my preference is to only have 8 or less. If you are an unlicensed provider, you can only have 5 children or less. So just having 6 would put you have to be licensed to do that.
Okay. Anyone else have any questions?
I guess one question I have, I mean, you don't know how many children you're going to have, but I mean, I'm assuming that these people have plenty of room to park to come up to pick up their child.
I have 6 spots in my driveway comfortably, and I usually myself, I like to have my vehicle in my garage.
That's the only question I have.
Have you spoken to your neighbors and stuff about this?
Yes, I sent all of the neighbors certified a letter showing that this was going to be happening today, and I also wrote a letter specifying my plans so that they weren't just getting a notice of this hearing tonight. So we did write that until this is my stepfather.
And so, did you get any responses back from anybody?
No, I did have 2 neighbors that I spoke to directly, and they have no qualms or anything with it. They said go for it. So I haven't heard of any negative responses, and I'm not for sure if anyone's here tonight to speak against me, but we'll see.
Okay.
All right. No other questions from the board?
I have none.
Okay. Is there anyone here in the audience that would like to comment about the request?
Oh, they're giving another opportunity for someone else to speak.
Okay. In that case, I guess there's nothing for you to rebut. Is there any closing things, anything that, just to the last minute?
Just to know that this isn't my, my dream job or my forever job. This is something I'm doing because I am homeschooling my child through Becca Academy. It's a Christian academy. And just because of the masking at school and the difficulties he has had with the mask, I have decided to go this route. And I was working from home full-time through my employer, but it's a full-time job, homeschooling and taking care of a little one while you're, trying to work. I can't say shh, while I'm on a meeting or whatever. So I do enjoy kids, and I do see on New Pal Parents or New Pal community pages that people are looking for childcare. So I'm hoping that this will be a path for me to get to where I would like to be, which is ultimately to get a teaching degree.
Okay, well, thank you very much. I think we are ready to have the Board of Zoning Appeals do the vote. And we've done this a couple of times recently, so hopefully it's fresh in everyone's mind, but we'll walk through it. So there are 5 questions about the findings for your application. Each of the board members will vote yes or no as to each of these 5 questions. If we find that any of these are in the negative, that board member's ballot would be a no. So a board member has to agree with all of these things, all 5 of them, in order for it to be a yes vote. So is there anything that I'm missing or anything we need to add?
Nothing you're missing. I did notice there's a typographical error on here. Criteria 3 and 4 are duplicated. So I will read criteria 4 to the board when you're ready for that.
Okay. In order to avoid any confusion, let's do that now. So everyone, do we need to mark our ballots to line out the wrong one? And
Yes, please.
okay, so line out the text of the 4th question. Do we need to mark that you're reading it, or is it just in the record good enough?
It'll be on the record, and then regardless of what the vote is tonight, we'll then follow up with written findings that the board will approve at their next meeting.
Okay, so go ahead and read the proper text for question number 4, and we'll all answer that one, and then we'll all at our leisure go through the other questions.
And I'm sorry, it's a long one. All right. The strict application of the terms of the zoning ordinance will constitute an unnecessary hardship if applied to the property for which the variance is sought.
Can you read it once more?
Yes, I can read it multiple times. Here we go. The strict application of the terms of the zoning ordinance will constitute an unnecessary hardship if applied to the property for which the variance is sought. Would you like me to read it one more time?
Sure.
All right. The strict application of the terms of the zoning ordinance will constitute an unnecessary hardship if applied to the property for which the variance is sought.
Is that still a yes is affirmative for the ballot and no is,
Correct.
okay.
Okay, then I'm confused on that.
It's,
So yes
that-
says it is an unnecessary hardship.
it's a little
To
confusing.
follow the zoning ordinance.
Okay, okay. Okay, that makes more sense. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
So it's
I
a
was
hardship
thinking-
to her to follow the ordinance?
Okay.
Unnecessary hardship.
Yes. Okay, that makes more sense. I was like, well, you're what?
Thanks for reading it 3 times and thanks for clarifying.
And I'm happy to read the fourth now, you guys have that additional language. Here we go. I'm sorry, my thumb moved my screen. The strict application of the terms of the zoning ordinance will constitute an unnecessary hardship if applied to the property for which the variance is sought.
I hate these questions.
Okay, I will-
Or this one?
Yeah, we did.
Or with our vote?
Okay. Yeah, I just wanted
Okay.
to make sure there wasn't any procedural issues with the votes.
Can you see it or anything?
I started to write it. because
Okay,
of how long
so-
it was. I'm like,
Raven, from your end down, how did you vote?
I granted.
And I voted to grant.
I voted to grant.
I voted to grant.
Okay, so that carries. There
Yes,
is
he does
no
need them now.
old business.
Now you need them?
I guess.
Yep,
Yep.
now I need them. There is no other agenda items. Any comment from,
I will real quick. You know, this process for her, it was a little different, you know, because there's a lot of information, but, you know, I'm glad that, you know, she took it upon herself to come in and do the right thing, because
Most
we've
people
dealt
don't.
with, you know, things that have happened in the past that we didn't go through this process and it comes back to bite us later, versus it could be a neighbor complaining and then we have to deal with it, so thank you, so.
all right.
I appreciate your help with all the stuff.
Hey.
Right.
Even 3 or 4 times, and I'm like,
Yeah.
wait a minute, Jeff, can you help me?
Yeah.
All right. In that case, after we adjourn, I need everyone's signature on the meeting minutes from last meeting before you leave. And can I get a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion, we adjourn for the evening.
Second that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Yes.
Any opposed? We are adjourned.